everyone, Sue here from Scrappy Doo Sue. Welcome back any returning subscribers and welcome any new subscribers. I can see that I'm now over 400 subscribers, so I'm very grateful for that. I did say when I started this Edith Holden project that when I reach 500 subscribers I'm going to do a giveaway, and the giveaway will be one of the Edith Holden 4-season folios. So let's wait and see what happens. Anyway, I'm just going to put the main light on, just bear with me. I just realised that wasn't on. Okay, so hopefully you can see much better now. Right, so we're on the winter folio. This is the 3 envelope folio inspired by Jane Inky Owl Studio, and it's quite a simple one. I have been through it. So in the last Let's Make Ephemera series episode of that series, I've made some ephemera, so I've now put that in. So we've made some journal cards here. Sorry, my thumb doesn't want to work on this left hand. Oh, I don't know, it's very painful indeed at the moment. Overworked. And there's a nice journal in there, so I'm not going to go through the whole thing again. Just wanted to show you where I'd put the ephemera that we made last time. Okay, and then there's a journal card in there. Nothing in here yet. And then we turn it over, and on the back we haven't made these, so that will be another episode. I'm going to make these today. So that was the other journal card, and that one was quite plain with these die cuts, so I've kind of zhuzhed it up a bit. I've sewn around them all in my very amateur way, and I did a bit of washi tape to this one, and then I got some bronze and gold paints, and I just rubbed some over there and put a word on graceful, so they stand out a bit better, I think. Right, so we're going to make today 3 tags for here. And because this is on the back page, and when I had this idea of putting these on, I didn't think about it being on the back, because it will be on the back. So it goes like this. I never know how to fold this myself. Okay, so it folds in like this, okay, with the flap here. And then, so those are on the back. So what I want to do is make, as well as making 3 tags for here today, I'm going to make an altered paper clip to clip over the top of here, and that will keep those 2 in place. Okay, right, so let's get started. So I measured up the 3 pockets, and actually 2 were slightly wider than the 2 end ones, slightly wider than the middle one, and I've got some fussy cuts, so we're literally going to just make them into tags. So let's get going. I think that was on there. So these are fussy cuts out of Edith Holden's book, Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady. This one I've had to kind of improvise a bit because it was a bit too wide for here. So I've just got some of the book page here and here. These 2 images are out of her Edith Holden Nature Notes. So that's going to go on there with an arrangement of twigs. It's off the same picture. Okay, so what I want to do is, first of all, I want to, let's take, so we've got those 3 we're going to do, and we're going to make an altered paper clip with this image, which is out of her Kitchen Notes book, which has the pictures on some of the pages and has the kind of like planner on the other side for your recipes. So let's start with this one. So the first thing I want to do, now I've measured them so that they fit, is I want to make them into tag tops. So I've just got my old English Heritage card that I don't use anymore, and I'm going to use that tag side. So for anyone who doesn't know, you can use any old card and just cut all four corners in a different way for different style of tags, and then you'll always get the identical one. So I've chosen, obviously, this, which one did I choose today? This one. So I've got it up that way and I've cut it there. Just turn it over and do it on the other side, and you'll always have a matching tag top. Okay, so that was one of the first things I learned, first tips that I picked up when I started. So, you know, all these little tips that people have tried and tested are really handy. So I like the colour of this. This is actually Amazon packaging, as you can see. And what I do is when I use any for book covers, journal covers, that sort of thing, I keep all the odds and ends like this, and they come in handy for making tags, because we can put some journal paper on the back of there. So I'm just going to ink round. Like so. And we just do a little bit on the edges of that one, in case the journal paper doesn't reach there. Okay, so that's that one. And I'm going to ink round this fussy cut just to give it some definition. Okay, so that's going on there, and also going to ink round this. Now this is going to need trimming, because obviously I've now, so we'll trim that, we'll stick it on and trim it, I think, and then we'll ink round it. So that's what we'll do first. So let's see, let's use some of this Beacon 3-in-1, because I am quite low on glue at the moment, and can't get any art glitter at the moment for love nor money. Guess it's because it's the time of year. So I just want to lay that on like that, and oops, upside down, always check. She says. Goodness me. Right, that's better. So I just want it down and making sure that it's covered. Okay, so this is a piece of another page out of the Edith Holden Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady, and it is just a piece of her journal where she's written, you know, her diary, where she's kind of done a lot of writing. So I thought that would be a nice backdrop for this here. And this is a winter robin. He's looking for bits and pieces to eat, I think. I think we'll have him kind of here like so. I did wonder about perhaps behind him putting a bit of this lovely, let's have a look. Yeah, I think that would be nice. So I'm going to tear around this bit quickly. The last video I did with the tags, I had to, it was so long, honestly, I don't know where the time goes. It was so long that I had to cut and splice it a few times and join it back together, and the two bits I sort of cut and spliced, I literally had to do them on fast speed, to then it halves that section. So I think we're just going to have that there like so, just on one piece. I think he just about fits. He's at a sort of a strange angle, but he's kind of looking up. So I think, yeah, I like that. Okay, because it's going to have something here. It's going to have a hole. It's going to have a label. So let's get this down. Okay, get some book page out. I've got a few loose pages now in my glue book. So I'm just going to glue that down with the glue stick, and it's going to go sort of there. And I think this is thin enough paper that I can use the glue stick on this too. Okay, so I want to make sure that his tail is on. I may have to trim off something. Looks like it's going to be that branch there, so I will just kind of fussy cut around that so that it's not too squared off. And right, so that's him. I like that. I like the colours. Okay, so let's see what. So I picked out some of Tracy Fox's labels, and I've picked out some that are literally red. I like that one already. Like that one there. And I've also got kind of a number which is blue. It was kind of a very dark blue. Now that normally I wouldn't put two numbers on a piece, but I do like that. So I don't think it's, you know, it's just me. I don't know. I have some funny, peculiar ideas at times, even if I do say so myself. I have a tendency to overthink things, you know, so I'm trying really hard to not do that. Okay, so I'm going to put that one down there, like so. And I think this can go on some of this lovely, let's get my scissors, webbing is the word I'm looking for. So just cut a bit of that out. So I think we'll put him number 7 kind of there, I think, and that can go on that webbing. So we've also got to cover the back, which I haven't forgotten about. These are quite thick, these numbers and labels. I printed them on some thicker card stock. So that's that one and this one. It's going to go like that, and that fits just nicely there. Don't want it right to the top. Okay, so I picked out some scraps of kind of the forward pages of the Edith Holden diary. So now I've just dropped that on the floor. All I've done today is drop everything. I don't know why. Right. Okay, so I'm going to put some glue on this. It is light, believe it or not. I'm not hardly squeezing the bottle. I want that back piece there because I want that nice colour for journaling on, and we will trim round it if we have to. So just about fits, which is just right. I'm going to give that a press down like so, and trim round there like that. Okay, so that's the first one done. Right, put that over there. Let's go to number 2. So again, I am going to take my card and I'm going to use this one. So I'm cutting that, turning it over, placing it on there and cutting that corner off like so. Okay, ink around it. So, you know, it's great using up packaging like this, and the Amazon packaging is such a nice quality, I feel. It's a nice thickness, you know, it's not too thick. I don't know if I would attempt to use a sewing machine on it. I expect some of you ladies have. I know what we haven't done. We haven't gone round that. I don't think I did. I don't remember doing that. Anyway, I've done it again. So again, we're going to stick that on there, I think. Yeah, right, let's do that. As you know, unfortunately, in this lovely book, you know, you often find there's something really nice on the back. So it's up the right way. It is. I don't want too much of the top showing, so I will use that bottom bit that's got a slight wing of a butterfly on it. So just a little tad narrow, but not too much. Okay, so we'll trim off those bits there. Okay, right. And I love this. This is a winter, well, I think it's a rabbit actually. Not sure if it's a hare or a rabbit, but it's out of her Edith Holden Nature Notes book. So that I thought would fit nicely there. And that will cover up that bit of butterfly at the bottom. Okay, so we'll just have a little bit of this, I think, peeking out from the side. I'm not collaging with more than one today. Oh, forgive my green hands and fingers. I've been doing a bit of, you know, kind of, I like that, just that peeking through. Yeah, I've been doing a bit of kind of experimenting today with different things. So it's just quite nice to do that sometimes, isn't it? Just take some time out, especially if you're making a prototype of something, you know. Okay, right, so let's ink round that now. We've had a beautiful day here today. Today's Friday, and we've had an absolutely glorious, very spring-like day. So there's one there. That's quite nice, that one. Just a bit of an address. And we could have that down there, I think. Oh, I like that. I like the simplicity of it. And maybe we'll put this number again on some of this here. So I like to see a bit of it, so I do like to cut it a bit bigger than necessary. So I'm going to put that down here. It's going to be a Speedy Gonzales today. I'm still really quite slow, I think. That's why my videos can take ages. So I like that colour because it kind of matches the background of where this hair is. And then that, we could actually put that on a piece of this, I think. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, I like that. This is this lovely straw paper that I get from Julia Camellia Craft Designs. Right, okay, let's cover the back. I've got some more of this here, so I think we want enough for the other piece as well. I'm going to place that there, like so. So I've got that nice at the back. Give it a good press down. A little bit of glue on the edge up the top there, which has squished out, so as a consequence it's now sticking bits to my scissors, which is not a good thing really. Okay, let's put some of those sticky bits in the bin. Okay, so right, there's number 2. Okay, enough for that last one. So here's the last one, the 3rd tag, and again I shall use, because it's slightly narrower, I'm going to use that one today for this one, which is just slightly shallower than the other one was. Okay. So they're going to be quite long and narrow, these are. Right, now this one, which side do I, I prefer that side. Okay, I think that's just about right. So let's put that on. It's not quite the right width, but it's fine because I like the colour of the card anyway, which is why I picked that to make them with. I thought it fitted in very well the rest of the folio. Okay, so there's not much to trim off. Okay. Right, let's think round the bird. This is I think this is a great tit, not a blue tit, a great tit. Very, very pretty birds they are. Very lovely. They really do flit about the garden, don't they? I'm going to just ink these bits up because I couldn't fit the whole thing on, so I want to kind of arrange him so that we have some of the branches kind of rearranged, if you like. Okay, so that's slightly too wide. Okay, so I'm going to put him here, I think. So where's my glue stick? Oh, it's fallen over as usual. I don't know if my desk is slightly not even, you know, because the pencil rolls around and the glue sticks never stay up. Okay. So I'm going to put him there. Okay, so I'm going to put in there like so, but let's, I think this piece can kind of go out like that, and this piece I think yeah, I think that could probably go down that way. Do I want it this way up? Let's put it there like so. That will be fine. See, he was on that branch. Okay, I just made this over. Right. Okay, we've got number 1 for this one. And might put that on a big piece down there because I like that. So, oh, actually, not going to use that glue stick because it won't stick that fibre on. So hubby's turn to make dinner today. He gets home early on a Friday, so he likes cooking. Oh, I don't think it's stuck down. So usually I cook all week, Monday to Thursday, and then he gets home early Friday and often cooks on a Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday most of the time, but sometimes we, you know, I'll do it. Depends on what we're doing, I guess. So I think have this one, and maybe we'll have that up there. Yep. Yeah, I think that's fine without anything underneath it. Okay, so now we want to cover the back. So, told you I'm dropping everything today. Very clumsy day today I'm having. So I'm going to put that there and we'll trim round it. Like that. Yeah, I've had a very clumsy day. I dropped the lid from the Fabri-Tac. Well, it's not Fabri-Tac, it's Beacon 3-in-1. And it fell on the floor. I didn't see exactly where it went. I wasn't looking. And I've looked high and low for it. And do you know, it's disappeared down that famous black hole. Because I have had had the desk pulled out. I've pulled out a pencil pot. I've even gone through the bin in case it popped into there, but I feel sure I remember hearing it rolling on the floor, but it's just disappeared with no trace whatsoever, as things do. So I remember when I was growing up, when I was a kid, and my mum would go mad because she'd constantly say that she thought, you know, socks were disappearing and we'd only have like one sock out of a pair, and she couldn't understand where they were going. That was the day, those are the days when she'd have like, she had a twin tub washing machine. So it's not like the ones we have now where, you know, it had like a spinner on the side, so it's kind of two sections, you know. And she'd say, oh, well, they're not in the washing machine, so where have they gone? They were in the washing machine being washed with everything else, but now they've disappeared. So those are the 3 tags. So I'm just going to get the crocodile, my lovely least favourite implement this is, because don't think it likes me very much. And I'm just going to eyeball and put a hole in. Yeah, so they would disappear, and sometimes we never ever found the socks. We had a lot of odd socks going on. We lived in an old kind of bungalow at the time, and it was purported to be haunted, and my mum was absolutely obsessed, thinking that this so-called ghost had got them. Right, so I've got this lovely yarn here that I bought a long time ago, all different fibres. Can't remember where I bought it, I'm afraid. No, I can't remember. And it's all, this one is all sort of different colours, so I thought these were quite wintry, so we're going to use some of this. So it's graded dark greens, very dark blue, blacky blue, and very dark kind of browns. So I think we'll top this off with this, and sometimes I'll go down it and I won't maybe use that section because it's too dark. Alright, just cut out the section I want, which will be there. And then we want some of our delightful eyelets, which I have a love-hate relationship with, as you all know, because the crocodile never wants to do them properly. Okay, let's see how we get on today. So what colour? I think maybe... Oh, I'm just having a look because I like things to match. So that's the colour I used. Oh, that's what I've picked out. Good. So I have those three there. Ah, here goes. Wish me luck. Wish me luck. Plus, this thumb doesn't like working on the left hand, so already that's not pressed down. Have I got it on the wrong setting, do you think? I don't think that one's wrong. Maybe this one is. What shall I do? What shall I do? Let's try that one. Looks like, well, I don't know. I couldn't understand the instructions, I'm afraid. Now, sometimes it works perfect, but because I can't, my hands don't want to work very well. Now, it's not pressed it down there. So, sorry about this. I may have to just forget this on camera and do this off camera. Get my husband to squeeze it down. Then it has a habit of closing itself. Okay, that's much better. That's better. Okay, let's try this one. I'm just going to swap that round and see if that makes any difference. Oh, that's possibly where I was going wrong. That was a nice crunchy sound, wasn't it? So I think it has to be, these are quite deep. Well, I don't really know what size they are now because I've thrown the packaging. I'll have to look on my Amazon. Oh, that's better. That's probably, oh, that's much better. Some people do have to get a hammer, you know, and hammer them afterwards. What I'll do is I'll just go back to this one and see if I can flatten it down. Anyway, that will do for now. I will sort them out afterwards. And this is like eyelash trim, but it's ombre, I think is the word, because it's various shades, although I think ombre is the same, various shades of the same colour, but this is different colours. I'm not quite sure what you'd call it. It's got some nice dark wintry sort of colours in it. I thought it would go well. As a result, I don't use it that often because I don't tend to make things, you know, that kind of require it, but it's nice to have a selection of fibres. I may have to trim those. I was thinking this might be too short, but possibly it might just be the right size. Let's have a look. So I'm going to have to trim those, and then those bits I trim off will go into my scrap jar. Oh, that's perfect. So let's just trim a little bit off, and this one needs a bit more off. They can go to scrap jar. So that's those. Right, and the other thing I'm doing before we finish is making this paper clip. So I've got that little image, I've got these two, and it's going to be like a pocket. So I've rounded the corners, I've cut them to the size I want. So it's going to be a pocket paper clip, which I was kind of guessing is how you make it this way. This is kind of, I thought, was a good way of making it. So, not made a pocket paper clip before, I don't think. Don't think I made one with Dee Farragut's series that she did. So it's a hidden paper clip, so I want to hide that. That's going to be the bit that goes over the top of the folio. So I'm going to cover that down there like so. Now I think I need a bigger piece than that, don't I? Because otherwise whatever I put in might get caught on it. So we'll just use a scrap piece of, this is out of the cookery notes. I don't want that, do I? Because it's going to look very odd. Okay, let's find, here we are. Here's a bit here. Well, I like to keep the numbers that are at the top of the page. I turn them into little labels, so that is perfect. And we just cut that creased bit off. Now this doesn't have to be a perfect size, as long as, in fact, what I'll do is I think I'll just make it down to there. That size, might as well. And then kind of have your paper clip in the middle. I like to have the long side on the back, on the outside. I'm just going to I'm just going to glue it down just below the edge, top edge of my piece. And I want strong glue, so I'm using my Beacon 3-in-1 again. So I already cut these pieces out. You can make these whatever size, whatever shape you want. So I'm going to, before I put that down, I'm going to put a bit of glue now around this paper clip to give it some extra sticking power. And I'll put it just a hair below that top edge there, and make sure your paper clip's more or less where you want it in the middle. So, and then give that a press down either side like so, and that's going to be the front there. So I could use my Cosmic Shimmer. I'm going to hold where, actually I'm going to ink round it, which I have done, but I just want to make sure that I've inked round. So I'm just going to ink round that bit again now. And that's going to be the back of it, so we want that to look fairly nice. Okay, so I'm going to stick that on there. So I'm going to hold it there where I want to make sure that I don't glue it. And I'm just going to glue just yeah, I'm not very good at doing a thin bead, to be honest. Not with my hands the way they are. I think that needs a bit more. a little bit there and there, a little bit extra, which I've put because it has a tendency to come undone. So that's the back, and this is the inside. So we want to glue the front to the back, like so. Oh, hi. Sorry about that, everyone. My camera decided to stop filming. I think the battery ran out. I hadn't realised I hadn't plugged it in to the charger, which is what I always do before I do any filming whatsoever. So I had finished this, but it was off camera. So you'll just see the very start of making this at the end of the video. And then obviously I didn't realise it had run out. So this is our little hidden paper clip here, pocket. There's a pocket there, which we'll make a tag for, but not today. Okay, so these are the tags for this pocket back page, pockets here. Didn't make gussets for these because I didn't want them to be too bulky. So these are slim enough and these are not bulky to fit in. Okay, like so. So that's where they go. And then because silly me, hadn't thought, got excited, put these 2 envelopes in to make 2 little pockets here for which we need to make tags, and I didn't think about them being on the back page. So once it's closed, they're okay, they're secure, they overlap, but when it's open they flap about. So I made this hidden paper clip to go over here like this, and it's also a little pocket, so it'll have a little tag, so that stops that flapping around. And then it actually, which side does it come out? Comes out here on this side here. So I've got a couple of little tiny envelopes made out of Edith Holden book page that I bought from Violet Duran's eBay shop, and here they are, tiny, aren't they cute? Look at them. And so I'm going to use one of those to go underneath this side here. I think that's really cute. So that will be the piece, and I'm going to attach some fibres on there, I think, to make that into a pretty side. So that's it for today. Okay, and I'm still getting used to folding this. Right. Okay, so there you have that little hidden paper clip on the back, paper clip pocket. Stop these flapping about, you see, once you've undone this ribbon. Okay, sorry about the cutting out of it. I do apologise for that. Honestly, if it's not one thing, it's something else, isn't it? Okay, everyone, that's enough from me today. I will see you all again soon for another episode of Edith Holden 4 Seasons. So don't forget, all the ephemera we're making for these folios are going to be made in the Let's Make Ephemera playlist. Okay, right, I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.